I'm gonna take the band off of this one. Now, this is the most expensive of the flying pigs. $35. Waiting for this. Would I smoke it again? Yes. Would I buy it again? No. Would I recommend it? I'm not gonna recommend it for that price. The T52 and the number 9 are cheaper and better. Fuck no. It's a decent state. So I gotta give it a 7.9. Just because I wouldn't recommend it. Decent smoke time. Not a bad taste. But the other two are better, especially for the price. The other two are worth the little extra money that's basically the other two cost $5 more. If I get a T52 and a number 9, that costs $5 more than this one. And both of them are better. So I might knock it down again. That price is too high. Price is too high. But you fucking around and found out. I found out. Now I know. Now if I got the chance, spend the extra $5, get those two rather than this shit. It's better than the other one. It's better than the Underground Maduro. It's better than the Underground Maduro, but the Underground Maduro is cheaper than this. So I would rather, I don't like the taste of that, but I'd rather smoke that shit. Nah. For $10, hell yeah. $10, I'd rather smoke that Maduro, the Underground Maduro. $10 cheaper, same amount of smoke time. I had to make sure the dude was gone. He gonna ask me if I got a cigarette. No. You got another cigar? I gave the other dude my other one. No. Can I have one of your chips? He said, don't give me the ones you want. Give me the ones you don't want. I wouldn't have got it if I ain't want it. I don't know. Only thing I'm missing is something to drink. Only thing missing. So hopefully, the only thing I'm mad about is the shit that happened when I cut the camera off. As soon as I cut the camera off, bitch running through the parking lot just yelling. I'm thinking she talking to somebody. The bitch just yelling. Who the fuck is she talking to? And she keep looking back and looking around and shit. I'm like, bitch. And then I go to the gas station, get some chips and shit. I said, any chips for $1? And now I'm sitting there thinking about it. If you walk into the gas station, the dollar bag of chips costs $2.59. There is no bag of chips that costs Why can you go to the gas station and not get a bag of chips that costs $1? Not even $1.50. You either get the 25-cent bag, which is now 50 cents, 2 for $1, or you gotta get $2.59. The standard bag of chips, you can't even get a bag of chips for $1.50. You can get 3 of these. This costs $1.52 with tax. This is what you can get for $1.50. Said I'm on a budget. I got goals and shit. But does that make sense though? Don't you think there should be a bag of chips in the store that costs $1.50? The only place you can get a bag of chips for $1 is a Dollar Tree. I don't care how Dollar Trees they close down. Dollar Tree's still gonna be open. The Dollar Tree over there, that shit closed at 10 o'clock. I said, hell yeah. Hey, wait till the Dollar Tree is open till midnight, boy. Everybody gonna be in that shit. Would you work at the Dollar Tree? All you gotta do is stock the shelf, ring people up. Shit ain't too hard. I need something to drink. I thought about it. I was like, should I get something to drink or should I get some chips? You out here making life decisions. Making life decisions. How you gonna spend $2? At 2 o'clock in the morning. The economy is inflated by corporate entities that are subsidized and bailed out by the government. While our minimum wage doesn't increase year over year, food costs are a source of immediate evidence. I would like to say that was very well put. I love the variety of language used in your one sentence. Or is it, how many sentences is that? Yep, that was one sentence. And then the use of a semicolon. They're like, when should you use a semicolon? Two are conjoined together. For emphasis. That was beautifully put. That was beautifully put. That shit made me sound intelligent. Reading what the fuck. I'm gonna read that shit again. The economy is inflated by corporate entities that are subsidized and bailed out by the government, while our minimum wage doesn't increase year over year. Continuing the thought, food costs are a source of immediate evidence. It's eloquently put. Now we gotta say that shit for the people in the back. Prices be going the fuck up. By corporate entities are subsidized. Because the government says, this how much shit you need to put out. So we can keep these niggas with the same amount of pay. And they can barely afford to make ends meet. Fuck, bro. I don't know how he thought I was gonna get. If he would have hit me with a sad sob story and then sat beside me and continued to talk to me, I might have gave him the rest of this shit. Like the last dude, I was like, nah, you need this shit more than me. At least his girl came and picked him up and dropped him back off at home. But it don't matter where she get her bone. It's officially Saturday. It's officially Saturday. Gotta close again. And I gotta think. Like today, like mentally, it was pushing the brink of like, yo, what am I gonna do? What the fuck is going on? So tomorrow I gotta figure out how can we have some fun tomorrow. Well, I mean today, officially Saturday. How can we have some fun today? This shit cost me 7 ounces of tobacco. That's how I relate everything. If you ever watch Everybody Hates Chris, and you know how somebody will spill something, he'll be like, that's 72 cents worth of milk you just spilled. I compare everything to tobacco. How long it take me to smoke some shit. My walk to work is 2 bowls of tobacco or 1 cigar. Hell no, bro. This shit is coming apart too. Look at this shit. Now I gotta talk about the composure and the structure of the cigar. I gotta fuck knock it again. This shit was a 7.9. Simply because I would smoke it again and because of the smoke time, the smoky aesthetic. But the price is driving it the fuck down. What's up? What up? Benvenuti nella giungla dei graffiti. Questa è la quarta stagione di pensieri tangenziali. Podcast chiacchiere sui sigari. Sono il tuo capo Jahara. Mayalay, volawntay, seegaree. Flying pig cigar. This shit is coming apart. So, because I know how to hand roll a cigar, this is what we consider the wrapper leaf, and this is what we consider the binder. Now, if this is when you start a cigar, you wouldn't know the difference, right? You don't need the wrapper. Got the binder. The inside is called the filler. Sometimes it's filled with Ligero and Sec. But those are just different parts of the tobacco leaf. Hey, yeah, bro, I might have to hand roll some cigars. I might have to get a new blend of cigars and talk about rolling this shit. Now, I'm gonna try my best to roll a flying pig, a perfecto. Go to the University of YouTube and figure out how to roll a perfecto. Now, if I learn how to do that, I have increased my skills. It doesn't matter how well it comes out, I at least did it. And it'll be my own jam. That's fat. They be like, yo, you like fat bitches? If her butt fat. You know, she gotta have a minimum. If she looked like she one burger away from being fat, that's as far as you go. But you like, don't eat no more burgers. Only on a couple miles. So this is what we got. Of the flying pigs, this is the most expensive one. Now I know to avoid it. I don't want to get, because they have a sampler, and the sampler comes with the Faro and then T52s, or it comes with the Faro and then number 9s. Now, if it was up to me, I would get the Faro and then the T52s. Again, we have a choice. Do you want to do it? Do I want to hand roll the cigars, or do I want? What's wrong with what? What's wrong with what? Do I want to hand roll cigars, or do I want the sampler? Either way, I'm gonna have to wait. They say patience is a virtue, but I ain't never wait long enough to see if the motherfucker was true or not. And that's my fucking problem. So fucking impatient. I wanted everything right now. I wanted everything instantly. It's my fucking problem. I don't know how to wait. You get tired of waiting. I be in this shit, I be like, damn, bro. I don't have the right words to describe it, but to be in this bitch and you just be waiting till you fucking leave this shit. And the only thing that makes the time go by quicker I didn't even see anything I liked today. That was the crazy part. I looked through the shoes, I looked through the shirts, I looked through everything. I was like, damn, I didn't even make a fucking video from the shit today. Last one, make another video and post that shit. So, what would make this okay? What would make this okay? The other two taste better. Literally, the only thing wrong with the other two is the fact that they smoke fast. Okay. I'm gonna explain it to you. I've now had 4 flying pigs from the company. The other two cost roughly $22 to $25. The only thing wrong with them is they smoke too fast. That's how fucking good they are. This shit takes a little longer to smoke, but it doesn't taste as better. And it costs more. So, I could buy the other two for $5 more. I could buy the other two for $5 more, get about the same smoke time, and I'm gonna enjoy the taste of it the whole entire. That's why I have to knock this one. That's why I wouldn't recommend this to somebody. I would say, you know what? For $5 more, you can get these two. You'll enjoy the smoke a lot better. The extra smoke time you get for this, you're good. You'll get that back with both of those. And it's worth it. That $5 more is worth. You're gonna get the same smoke time, and you'll enjoy the whole smoke experience. That was the only point of this. It gave us the smoke time that we wanted. Same puffy visuals, but you sacrifice taste. It's better than the Maduro. The Underground Maduro gives about the same smoke time, but that tastes worse. But it's cheaper. So, if I want the smoke time, I'm gonna go for the Maduro. If I want the taste, I'm gonna go for either of the other two. And the other two are cheaper, and it's just all those two. If those shits were the same size as this one, oh shit. But from a marketing standpoint, you would say, well, why don't you just do that? But from a marketing standpoint, yeah, we know it's that good. So you gonna have to pay that much to, you know what I'm saying, get that. It's fucking worth it. But that motherfucking peach cobbler though, that shit hit every fucking time. That shit hit every fucking time. So we'll see how today goes. Technically, Adidas said the Yeezy boots could today. Technically. Because if them Yeezy boots come, oh boy. I'm going to put that motherfucking leather shirt on in the summertime. My manager looked at me. She said, I know you ain't. I showed her the Sunday. She said, you in the summer?
Shit, just for the visuals. The visuals gonna be so immaculate. I'm gonna say it just like that. I came to see a lady about a flying pig. And bro, that is just the funniest thing if you study your motivation. Like, would you walk 2 miles? What would you walk 2 miles for? What would make you get up and say, you know what? 2 miles for this shit. That's what I thought about the Lamborghini. The Lamborghini is worth walking. How far would you, if you was going to buy a Lamborghini, how far would you walk? Hell no, I'm gonna catch the Uber to that shit. Bro, but you know about the Lamborghini? When you buy that shit gets delivered to your house. You don't gotta walk no fucking well. So, I be trying to think like, cause order some shit, I gotta wait for it. But it's some shit I can just get instantly. So, what would encourage me to go? Now, if I got the Yeezy boots, oh bitch, I'm walking to go with the peach cobbler. I'm gonna get the motherfucking flying pig. I'm gonna get all that shit. But the boots not there. I wouldn't be inclined to do it. I'm not motivated to do it. So I sit back and think, well, what am I motivated to do? How far am I willing to go? And that's why I just study my motivation. So today, motivation today, the reason, because I didn't have to get a cigar. But I saw Ronaldo had 30 million followers, and I was like, well, fuck. Like, to see Ronaldo hop on YouTube, and in 10 days, he has YouTube commenting on his videos and shit. YouTube ain't commenting on everybody else's videos, and niggas be out here. Dude was like, I've been content creating for 5 years and gave up. Like, damn, YouTube still ain't commenting on your video shit? And then you had the boy Speed. Speed is somebody, I wouldn't even like be near him. Like if I saw Speed in the building, and if I'm in the same building as Speed, I'm staying the full way. But he was sitting here watching Ronaldo. He said Ronaldo about to have more subscribers than me. And then he buzzed the fuck out. And he jumping to his fuck. I was like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, why is that your reaction? Why is that your reaction to Ronaldo getting more subscribers than you? He watched this shit. He said, oh shit, Ronaldo got subscribers than me. And then jumped into his fucking screen. That was his reaction. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? My reaction? Get me a fucking cigar. They be like, I can't complain. Bitch, I can complain and I will complain. I am complaining. This is my complaint. I want YouTube to comment on my video. Shit. Then, so that was the first cigar. Then when I got off work, it was, I did. But when I first started off, I was free, you know? I was more free. And so when I do them now, it's people that, you know, you can do something and it bothers people. people are afraid of what they don't understand. People are afraid of what they don't understand. And so sometimes the way I move is just so I don't have to have certain conversations and I gotta explain certain stuff to people. And what got me was, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, dang, bro. And so part of you realize, like, that's like a struggle. So, one part of the journey was when those people are telling you what you should not do, and this and third, everybody abundance ain't your abundance. You know what I'm saying? And so they're not gonna understand why you do certain things. And they might be, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And you be like, they can't explain to you why you should or should do something. But they just don't have the courage to do that, the same thing. They don't know how to do it, they wouldn't do it. Because they wouldn't do it, they tell you you shouldn't do it. And my thing was, how I got into it was like a couple years ago. I had a breakup, and I just stumbled upon it. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. You know what I'm saying? But then I found out that other people do it. I didn't know other people was doing this shit. And so then I'm looking at them, and then you pay attention and like, oh, who really be tapped into them? Then I started to read. Now, I taught math, and so that I like numbers and shit. So of course, you see the hit numbers and like how the numbers start and how does it transition. And I picked up 2 numerology books. The crazy part was, in both of my numerology books, this book is about numerology, but we have to address the astrology and the tarot cards. We gotta address all of it. Like, this book is about numerology, but we can't talk about this without mentioning this. And we're not going too deep in this and that, boom, boom. So, the one numerology book I read, it focused on numbers, but in the back of the shit, it was like breaking down all the rest of it. And then, so you have information, right? And what are you going to do with your information? Now, the things, like, what I thought was going to be different, you know what I'm saying? Watching other people's readings, I could see how somebody was, like, tapped in. And I'm like, okay, boom. One of my knocks is, if you say certain words, you're going to get people to, really hone in on it and look for it and stuff like that. So a lot of them, I be like, they any reading that you send it, they can't go without saying the word love or relationship or this and that, boom, boom. And for somebody who may not be as knowledgeable, I got love coming in, this and that, boom, boom. And now if you ask 20 people their definition of love, you'll get 20 definitions of love. They don't know what love looks like, what love is. So it'll pop up in different ways. And so that's why when I do the readings, I say it's an energy read. Like, what's the energy? And you work with the energy that's present. So the way I kind of look at it is, I even look at it in a sense of, then I got to a point of, let me see how this shit play out. You know, and so I will pull it, and I'll sit there and read it, and I'm like, okay, let me see how this shit play out. I'm like, if this is the energy, let me see how this shit play out. And then I will wait, and then now I'll be like, okay, I did pull this, and I see how this shit playing out, and I see what there's advice of how to carry some shit, and I'm like, all right, boom. If I see that this just popped up, like, okay, boom. You know what? I'm gonna carry it this way. I'm gonna carry it. It just make you think. It make you think. Like, I had a couple different Johns. I had, what is it? The Archeo deck. So the first 3 is the energy that you should embrace and embody, and then the next 6 is like outside energy. And the shit used to be so crazy because it's on some shit you see going on around you. Like, oh, okay, I see how this is popping up. This and a third. Or another thing, right? For instance, the page is certain shit that some people, they just don't, for some reason, don't say it or pick up on it. Either they do or don't know. So like the pages, those are court cards. It could be people, but it could be younger people, it could be children, or it could be pets. You know what I'm saying? This shit done. It could be any of that. It could be any of that. So I think the last time I did one, what got me was, it was a whole bunch of swords. And it's a double-edged sword. Swords is communication. And that's thoughts, that's mental energy. And I was like, damn, it's a whole bunch of swords in this shit. And so that just made me just realize, okay, there's gonna be a lot of communication coming in, a lot of information going out, and I just need to be wary about it. And if we hone in on someone like the 7 of Swords, that's tactical. You know what I'm saying? That's real stealthy. That's, you know what I'm saying? He carrying a sword so that other people can't use them against him. And that's just shit that you gotta sit down with them. Be like, all right, boom. I gotta move in a certain way. I gotta watch my words right now. Or the world. That's what's coming to me right now, the world. And that's one of achievement, completion, cycles. So it's like, I have all this information and knowledge, and how do I use it? And it's like, how do I use it? And so that's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to just be real general, and because it's the ones that you like is reasons that you like them. So the one dude, whenever I watch his shit, and it's cool because it's at least motivational. You know what I'm saying? It's at least motivational. He be like, I ain't, you know, and so, but if some negative parts come up, and negative is just perception. Positive and negative, good and bad, that's based on your perception of whatever it is. Like, some people will say, okay, or puffing a cigars is bad. Bitch, it's peaceful to me, it's healthy to me. It's shit like that. But the shit motivational. I'll be like, okay, boom. And just to hear somebody say a piece of advice or something that's gonna make you think, or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, that's why I was like, yo, I'm gonna just do energy, it's gonna be basic, this is present, boom. And you gotta learn to be, so for me, it was the audience. Because, you know, there are certain things that really stick you, and there are certain things that don't. And for me, and this is what I would encourage everybody, you know what I'm saying, to be on. But if you're clairaudient, somebody rim just fell off. Certain books. Hold on one book. Yeah, everybody be having certain experiences. Or yeah, some every people have certain experiences. But that's why I always flipped it to be positive or be creative. And that was my biggest thing. Getting people to be positive and creative. Man, that joint is cool to me. That joint is cool to me. And so one way you could do it just to be, but like I told you, my approach was, okay, how can you approach it from a positive point? You know what I'm saying? Even if you're gonna focus on focus on creativity. What can you do to be creative? What can you do to be creative? How can you put out a positive message? To even just be motivation. Like, yo, I'm going to do this. Because you know, before you do it, you should set your intention. You should set your intention. You know what I'm saying? So that you know what I'm saying? Find that silver lining. You're like, you know what? Because they even do readings for that. What's the good stuff coming? You know what I'm saying? What's the good stuff coming? I want to know the good stuff. Some people are like, fuck all the other shit. I want to hear the good stuff. We want to on the good stuff. Do that. And then sometimes the shit, I even did for parties out that book. Everyone was on that. Bro, do it like they asking you to do it. They be trying to tell me not to do it. I'm happy that you're in a space where people are asking you more to do more of it. I am so glad, like, cause people, yeah, I had a couple people, you know what I'm saying, was this and the third, and I read for them. I was doing some readings for people, and I said, follow up with me, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how they resonate with you, or what part is really different, and for them to go throughout the day and be like, oh, I saw this was boom, but because of this, and then I decided to go do this, and I started to do that. And that's why I gave him a piece of advice too. I'm like, all right, well, this is what I see, and this is what I would encourage you to do if I was in your situation. And so, nah, that's mad cool. That's mad cool. That's mad cool. Shit, if you up for it, we can do one together. We'll go live. We'll do one together. You pull, I pull. Straight like that. What I got? The 2 oracles. And what I liked about the rose one was the fact that it asked you questions. And that just reflective, like this the question for it. This the question for it. This the question for it. Piecing it all together, piecing it all together. Facts. We'll get it. We'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. It's the two oracles, the cartoon, that's my playtime, the shadow, and then my OG deck. Just to see what's going on. See what you notice, what pops out, what stands out. That shit would be cool. Cause the other part of, I watched one of my old jinx. I was like, damn. When I look at that version of me, I'm like, bro, you so scared. Like, kick that shit. So, I get into it. But the crazy part, it be people who be like, it catch their attention. And everybody wanna demonize it. But you sit there and when you read and you do all other shit, you be like, all right, bro. Like, I cannot stand people who have a bias. I can't stand biases. So, it's some shit. I'm gonna tell you, this is why it's bad. I'm like, oh, I don't wanna read it. I'm over it. This is why it's good. All right. This is just, it is what it is until it ain't what it ain't. I ain't know nothing about it. She said it was the truth, and days later she said it was the truth. It all comes to light. It all comes to light. It all comes to light. And so like the other part is like, who is it? It's a book. Even the daggone book, Think and Grow Rich, right? The book Think and Grow Rich. It was, if somebody trying to tell you something, they trying to tell you something without telling you, that's that book, Think and Grow Rich. He be trying to say it without saying it. He even mentions like, yo, it's psychic people out here. Bro. And that's the one part that at least intrigues me, right? That I have another book. Then my other book is about just she tried to make a generic, want to use the word chakras. So she just be like, you know what I'm saying, boom. And what I like about her book is that she also gives you actions to take. So for example, some people don't know that you might be, a certain part of your body might feel off, and that's something, that's an energy chakra that you need to be put back in balance. And so, for example, I think the lady had like a pain in her leg, but that's because her foundation was off. She had just went through a breakup. And so after she went through her breakup, you know what I'm saying, she has a new foundation, she has new routines, she had a new way of living life, but it was expressing that through her legs. And so she had to do some things to rectify her root chakra. or if you've been in such a situation where you were able to vocalize your opinions, your throat chakra gets stifled for some reason, you know what I'm saying? And so she gave you some activities to do, writing, whatever it was, to rectify that. Even in her book, because you gotta go from the root to the sacral, to your solar plexus, to your heart, to your throat, to your third, and then when she get up here to the crown chakra, she still has to mention, like, yeah, it's some psychic people out here. And when you open that shit up and you are attuned to higher frequencies, she said, well, shit, this is some shit that you talk about, like, even just, for instance, saying, I am divine. You know what I'm saying? She said it was like a Navajo. It was this Indian Navajo saying, and I forget how to jump, but it was like something about divine being in front of me, behind me, below me, above me, around me, I am, and then you end it with I am divine. So it be shit like that, bro. When you read, even if you go read a book about healing. Now, the only thing I have not tried when it comes to the whole healing stuff is the Reiki. I've heard about the whole Reiki energy and stuff like that, but I haven't, you know what I'm saying, really saw no practitioner or anything. Man, it be the stuff that people will and will not do. The stuff that people will and will not do. And that's why I don't knock nobody for whatever they believe in. But it's just, is no way that if you read multiple books and you just, well, I'm not going to believe this one, but I'm going to believe this one. And yet, this person wrote a book in China, and this person wrote a book in the Middle East, and this person wrote a book in Europe. They all had experienced something cataclysmic. So they all got a story. I remember the one John was talking about, she said that the people who lived in this area right here, closer to the origin, they were closer to God. And the people who lived a bit further away, they weren't as closer to God. And so, because the angels wasn't over there messing with them, you see them, they got a different affiliation. They got a different affliction. And it ain't no way you sit there and look at stuff. Ain't no way you sit there and look at certain stuff and be like, that shit don't make sense. That is a fat cat. And then you got gurus. Well, how does guru become a guru? Well, that's why I like what Lil Wayne said. He said, don't question it. Whatever ability, whatever gift, the knowledge, the information, the understanding that you have, don't question it. Just be thankful. Just thankful. Just be thankful. Because you can't knock somebody for not being further along the path than you are. Or you can't knock somebody for being further along the path than you are. It's all just a journey. It's all just a journey. So you just gotta be grateful for the part of your journey that you're in. You gotta be grateful for the part of the journey that you are in. Because I had the mindset of, you used to ask people, would you rather see the beginning of time or the end of time? And I was like, I want to take the people from the end of time, bring them back beginning of time, and from this universe to the next universe and every universe, to make them believe of how, what would you even call that? What word would you use to describe that? To make people believe in this universe, the next universe, every universe, and to show them how it started, how it ended, and watch it all the way to back to fuck again, and say I'm gonna do it again and again. That's some shit. That's some shit. You be like, yo, I'm gonna show them. The only thing I don't like about that shit is, why I gotta forget? Why I gotta forget? I don't remember all of this. But the thing of it is that it don't never end. It don't never end. It just keep happening again. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny? To sit there and watch the shit happen over and over again and again. Like I started this world and I'm gonna end it. And then I'm gonna start it again. That's some scary ass shit, right? What are you scared of? Would you be scared to live life in? Would you be scared to end the universe and then start it again? That's some shit that God has done time and time again. You be scared to be God. Nobody ever says that. What are you scared of? I'm scared. Are you scared to be a God? Are you scared to be like God? Are you scared of God? Why would you be scared of God? Why would you be scared of your creator? It's like, why would you be scared of me? What? And that's some shit God would say. Why are you scared of me? What are you afraid of? You gotta meet me one day. You gotta meet me one day and we gotta talk about this shit. You gotta sit to God and say, this is what's going on. That's why you gotta be on some shit. Be like, I'm not scared of God. Fear is not of God. You be scared of God. Because you gotta sit next to the God. Look at God and say, I'm God. People be scared to say that. And it's like, why are you scared to say that? It can just play with some logic, right? Because you came from him, you should be able to say, I am him. I am an extension of him. I am you. I am God. You got to be able to say that. You got to look at God and say, I am you. I'm an extension of you. So I am who I am. I am who you are.